why does Naihanchi actually have a linear Enbusen? Enbusen is the performance line. That's literally what that word means. And Naihanchi, for those who are not familiar, is a kata that goes side to side on a line. And that is a good question. If we look at what Mabuni tells us, the directions of kata tell you the angle you take in relation to your opponent, and what Motobu tells us, that twisting in Naihanchi Dachi side to side gives you basically all the fighting techniques that you need. We can take from that that Naihanchi is telling us that we need to be oriented sideways to our opponent, right? Now, our opponent could be in any number of positions. The kata can't tell you all of those options. So instead of telling you that you can get sideways this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, instead of telling you that, it just says, use a cross stance, kosadachi, to get sideways to your opponent. There's lots of ways to do that, it's up to you to practice it. The kata is just giving you the template, and in that case the template is get sideways to your opponent so that you can do the techniques of the kata. Something that I was asked in a comment was to explain the footwork that I was demonstrating in a video of myself doing Naihanchi with different footwork. So I'll run Naihanchi with the footwork in the video, and then I'll touch on why I do it that way, which circles back to what I've already explained about Naihanchi. So the footwork that I was using is a twisting footwork. So I believe in the video I did Naihanchi Nidan that way, but works the same. So what I'm doing is, instead of stepping over my own foot to get to my kosadachi and then out, I am twisting myself 90 degrees every time. So I'm putting myself in kosadachi not by stepping across, but by stepping in front and twisting, and then stepping out. So, easiest way to envision what's happening there, I mentioned earlier, Naihanchi goes side to side to tell you to orient yourself sideways. Well, if the bad guy is directly in front of us, to get sideways, there's two ways you can do it, right? One is to get all the way off to the side, and one is to shift sideways. Well, what I'm doing in this footwork is going to kosadachi, which is what the kata says, and stepping out into my Naihanchi dachi and getting sideways. So bad guys here, step into kosa, step in. And you can do that with every single cross step. That's one example. You can step in front to get to kosadachi, but you can also step behind and be in kosadachi. You can just twist in place and get to kosadachi. I actually like to do twist in place with Naihanchi Nidan a lot because that opening sequence fits really well with twisting in place.